Hey, what's going on, guys? Communications here. Last video we ended up implementing our mouse move logic, so let me quickly demonstrate you that before we proceed. So here, if I touch this the screen on my smartphone, you see like the move event fires, and here we have the relative offset values, and wherever I put my mouse, let's say here, and whenever I touch the screen, it just gets the offset to the current mouse pointer position. It's really not easy to do this is in the flipped manner, so I would rather do it like this to, yeah, it's much easier to control like so, but you get the idea. So once I touch the screen, we just do send the offset to the HTTP server. HTTP server sends those to the UDP server, and this results in moving the mouse because we have the Pi Auto GUI module at this udp.py file, this one, and we just do this Pi Auto GUI move, and position X and position Y are getting this position of where the cursor currently at. Then we add the relative offset X and Y, and offset X might be positive or negative depending if we're moving the mouse to the left or right. Same for Y coordinate, and then finally we adjust the position, and this results in this visual moving of the cursor along the screen. So what are the next steps to consider? So we definitely want to have the clicks, and we want to have the drag and drop, and also want to have the right click for our mouse. So let's start by adding an option to click on our touchpad. So I just want to add a new event listener here. So probably right over in here. So I want to listen to click event, and I just grab this listener code, and here this has got to be on click, right? And all we need to do here is simply to say jQuery post and click. So this message is just from just send a message, just send a post request to the click Api endpoint that we're about to create just right in the moment, and then that's how it goes. So here, move mouse pointer here, click on touchpad. So clicking on touchpad and clicking on mouse button is going to be a little bit different. So for now, we don't actually yet have the view elements. We'll create them just a little bit later on. So here I can say app.route, I may add in a new route, and this one is going to be like named click, because here I specify it, right? And methods, same, just takes, only accepts the post requests, and the callback function, let's call it click, and just return whatever string. And here, we just need to again send UDP message, so I can just grab this part. So here, let's say send UDP move message. Here we want to send UDP click message, and here I just want to send click, right? And we don't need the coordinates, because wherever we have our mouse on screen, we need to click exactly where we currently at. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, and now I want to improve the code a little bit. So since this getting of the position X and position Y is used not only in the move but somewhere else as well, let's put this code here. So get in the current X and current Y position. So this hopefully makes sense. Okay. Wondering. Yeah, always forgetting to check to change this. Right. So extracting the current position. So this was happening on move, and now we want to handle mouse click command. So in this case, if event is equal to click, and remember that the event is our data string split by the new line, by the empty space, by the white space, and the first element, the first element is the event data indexed by 0. So this variable event should be equal to click when we click. And what we want to do in this case, want to mimic the click. Mimic mouse click at the current position and at the current position. So by auto GUI dot click, and by default it would be the button is equal to left mouse button, but we can do it explicitly to make sure. So left, we get our click, and yeah, and also we do print, print the message, print the bug message. So yeah, we just print a message once for all of those. So yeah, now it already, if I did everything properly, it should be capable of clicking actually. So let's restore the UDP server. Okay, let's also update the GUI, and I still can move. And now click gonna be like this. Nope. Okay, so one of the problems, actually it did recognize the click. I know this because it gives this error. So offset, so here is a problem currently. So let's say here extract offsets, and I can say if the length of the data, if the length of the data is equal to 3, only in this case, because we might end up in a situation where we have the single word commands like click or mouse up, mouse down, which we're about to implement later on. And so that's the case. Okay, let's try again. So maybe this works now. Let's see. And here we go. Okay, we got a click. For some reason, I'm not sure. Is this different from what I've been doing so far? Maybe just the screen on my touchpad is not. It actually works. Okay, maybe I just need to clean up the smartphone a little bit. It doesn't have, it's quite cheap smartphone, so it doesn't always work that nicely. So click. All right, click. Okay, so let me quickly check if I did the clicking logic properly. So maybe I just missed something. Yeah, it seems like everything is like in my initial implementation. Maybe just. Well, click works. I don't know, probably it's just code here and the smartphone doesn't react that nicely. It's just this distinguishing of the events is not always. Actually, it's like it does click. So probably I need just to learn how to click properly. Okay. Well, if I lose, the code is exactly the same to what I've been doing what I've been doing in the project once preparing for this series. Okay. So now let's add some elements to the GUI. So here, I was just referencing the existing code there, sorry for that. So in our GUI, in the GUI part, so just right about the touchpad, here I want to define the mouse buttons. And I hope you forgive me copy pasting this tiny little piece of code here, because I don't really want to spend time on dealing with these bootstrap classes. It's a bit boring. So if I update the page here, it draws this fantastic left and right buttons, which is good. So also we should have exactly the same view updates on the smartphone. So yeah, here we go. So here we have the left, almighty left and right buttons. All right. And now we need to hook them up as well. So they have the IDs, and let's start with the right button because it's as easy to handle as the click on a touchpad. So listen to touch move event here. Listen to here. We want to mention that this is the touchpad click event and not a button click event. So here we want to listen to right mouse button click event. So just grabbing this thin here, I want to say right click, and not the touchpad but the element called right, and right is this one. So right, let's call it right button, and this is left button. Okay, so right button. Really hope I didn't produce more typos. Okay, so now we can grab this one, copy, paste, and here click right mouse button. So here, this is going to be a right click. And I'm sending the right click here and add the udp.py here. If event is equal to right click, then the button is equal to right. Okay, so now we should be seeing this menu when clicking the right button. So let's make sure if that kind of works. Updating the UDP server because we adjusted the code, and I'm refreshing the browser. Oh, don't tell me there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi again. Probably I missed. Okay, view function mapping exists. Yeah, this should be called. Just obviously give a different name to the callback function. Okay. Yes, now this should be working. So update. Okay, so I'm moving the mouse to, well, let's say here, and now I press this almighty right button, so I hope you see it, and bam. Yeah, here we go. So we got our menu appearing. So let me just go back to, I'm still using touchpad, by the way. So let me go to, all right, click here. So I'll press right button again. Okay. Okay guys, so by the time of debugging I found this another issue, so I double clicked on my touch screen on my smartphone, and this resulted in maximizing the screen to the current element. So we definitely don't want this behavior. So there is a tiny little meta tag to handle this. So here we want to avoid zoom in on a touch device. So now this shouldn't be happening anymore. And let's get back to debugging our right click. I just want to see, well, it works, but I want to see how the message goes there. So, okay. Yeah, here it is. Right click, right click, right click, right click. Yeah, yeah, just generally something wrong with the touch sensors on my smartphone today. They don't work that nicely, obviously, probably because of the temperature around. So when it gets colder, my smartphone doesn't react that nicely to when I touch the screen. But anyway, I think, yeah, I think this is good enough already. So let's see what we have so far. So we have, yes, just the on click for this one. Now the next thing to consider, we need to implement the logic for this left mouse button. So I just want to create a new variable called mouse lock, because just to make it visually mouse, let's say button lock, and equals to 0. So we're going to be using XORing for toggling this. And here, so we got this left button. Okay, so here you'll now understand what am I doing here. So listen to left mouse button. Now it's sort of a toggle, toggling, right? So here the request would be either mouse up or mouse down. So for now we're not touching this. So I want to say button lock XOR with 1. So here we just want to toggle button lock, and if mouse is down, mouse button is down, we can say if button lock, else, like this. And before sending any request, I first want to make sure that I do change the color properly. So I can simply say document.get element by ID and left button dot style dot background color is equal to red. I want to make it red. Okay, and otherwise copy. I want to make it the initial color, whatever is there, and the initial color is F0, F0, F0. Okay, so let's take this one. So otherwise, I want to make it gray back again. So we can even check this here. So left, so it doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? This is a little bit strange. Button lock. Did I mess up the variable? Nope. Oh, that's because this should be the left button. Okay. Okay, so I click it, it becomes red. I click again, it becomes white or gray. So far, so good. And now also we need to send the post request accordingly. So here I just want to say post mouse down, and here I want to, well, the order doesn't matter really because it happens asynchronously. Yeah, but let's put it first. So post and mouse up. Okay, so far so good. Now we need to provide the API endpoints for this, guys. So let's start from this one. So press and hold left mouse button. So we call it mouse down here, and the message, the event is mouse down. Okay, and the same for mouse up. So here we have mouse up, release, here want to release, left mouse button, mouse up, and mouse up. Probably I already messed up the HTTP server. Nope, we didn't. Cool. Yes, this is good. So then in the UDP, we want to handle mouse down command. So if event is equal to mouse down, then we want to mimic press and hold left mouse button, and we can simply say pi auto GUI dot mouse down. And well, we also can specify the button here. It's left by default, but yeah, I think specifying this like so just a bit better idea, hopefully. So handle mouse up. So here mouse up, mimic release of left mouse button. And I hold my breath and I really hope that this is gonna be working now. So I need to restart the server. And yeah, we're gonna be playing around somewhere here, I believe. So nope, not like this. Yeah, now let's update the GUI, and still works. Okay, so now I want to press the left. So the left has now been pressed. Okay, but I'm wondering why this didn't result in. Okay, something has gone horribly wrong here. Because it doesn't print the message actually. Mouse up, mouse down. What did I do wrong? So mouse down. Nope. This should be correct. Okay, let me figure out. Alright, that's because I just malformed the command a little bit. I'm wondering why it didn't give me an error though. So this should be like this, because I just figured out that I click on left, and you see like post request to mouse down API endpoint works. So we have this hold now, and now if I click it again, mouse up has been sent, so it works on the HTTP server. And let's see if it works on the UDP. So play it. Okay, name offset X is not well. At least I'm getting some error now. Oh, and actually it does. Okay, it did kind of work, but okay, print event offset X is not defined. I'm wondering. offset X and offset Y are not defined. Yeah, well, they are not because, yeah, let's actually say them. Let's then say actually, instead of this offsets, I don't really need the offsets. I can simply use this pi auto GUI position because I'm interested in not the offsets, but I'm actually interested in printing the position of the pointer where it is. So I think that makes a bit more sense because, yeah, who cares about the offsets when they work already? So yeah, now we have this absolute positions. Okay, so again, left. This is strange to say the least. Okay, click. So now click left. Yeah, but for some reason the UDP doesn't fire up. So let's run there. Okay, actually everything is working, so it's probably getting something wrong with the touch screen here. So I just don't understand why press this mouse down. So you see, like, now mouse is down. I'm using the mouse, not I can use the smartphone as well. Well, just blinks flickering because it just scrolls up. And if I click this, it doesn't do, or hold on, yeah, it doesn't do so. Well, I just want to say that again. So here I move. Okay, here I click left. Now okay, so, well, this is weird. So just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, guys, so yeah, just the problem is that I'm just an idiot, I believe. So this line has been resulting in the error, but I found it quite interesting to walk through the debugging process I've been through. So I just want to show, because when you're writing this from scratch, for instance, you may make a sort of a mistake that leads to like a wrong behavior, and then what are the steps to track that sort of a bug? So how to divide and conquer things. So I just want to demonstrate the what I've been through just right a moment ago, right? So here is the problem. So just sort of the UDP server back, and here I have the HTTP server as well. So let's, okay, save it like this. Restart, and yes, here. So just want to give you an idea. So just restore it in a smartphone. So yeah, it seems like, yeah, so here, if I move on the HTTP server, so here is the HTTP server, everything works nicely. So if I click, it clicks nicely. If I right click, it right clicks nicely. You see, if I go for mouse down, mouse up, mouse down, mouse up. However, it's not the case when we go to the UDP server. So let's just stop it and start it from scratch. And now when we move, it seems like it's okay. It's not really though, but it seems like it's okay. But now you see, like, if I click, nothing happens, but I click again and this happens. I click, nothing happens, I click again and this happens. I would think it was about just code outside or something wrong with my smartphone. No, it's something wrong with my head, basically. Same for right click. So click once doesn't work, click twice doesn't work. And mouse up, mouse down. So it should be mouse up, but it's mouse down. It just it kind of walks through one more packet. It just skips one single command. And I was looking at this code, at the API code. It seems like all working properly because it just sends the data. But then I found this line. So I started comparing this version to the previous one that I've already written, and I came up with this line. So here, I just received the data packet, the datagram twice, which is horribly wrong. So, well, since we don't really we don't really care much about this IP and port. One of the easiest solutions is just to get rid of that code, just to delete this part. However, I think that we can go for a little bit different way. So instead of going for this, so I think so data 0. So probably cut and paste here. So data 0, then 0, decode and split. So we're going, so data 0 is the message, right? And here headers is going to be data 1. Data 1. I didn't test this yet, so let's see if it kind of works. So well, first let me make sure that I can print. Let me make sure that I still can see the IP and okay, doesn't have the object decode. Right. So yeah, let me just go absolute from scratch way. So data print and continue, so we don't go any further. And I just want to have a look how that data structure looks like. Finally, I should have done this a long time ago. Okay, so this is a one big string. No, that's actually, no, it's okay. So, oh, yeah, this is a tuple. So first is this byte string and then another tuple. So this is data. So event is gonna be equal to data 0, like this. Yeah, now I believe now it should kind of work. All right. So yeah, we have both. We have this IP still is available in the cards there, okay, and the byte string. All right. So now let's disable this back. Okay, and now let's check the events. So now the events should be working properly. So move as expected. No, I don't want to. Yeah, I want to print the data 0 here. Well, or actually, yeah, let's drop back to the event. Okay. So what? Oh, come on. You must be kidding me. Okay. Oh, that was probably just a lag. Okay, move. Now click. Now each time I click, it actually does click, which is good. So now the right click. Okay, now mouse down and it's red finally. Oh my god. And click again, it's gray, and mouse up. Mouse down, mouse up, click, click, right click. Oh, thank god it works. Okay, so let's rescue the code back. So yes, I want to print the event here. Need also to make sure that, yes, actually I don't want to continue here anymore. Why do I, no, I don't want this event here. I don't want it here. So yes, now it should be working kind of completely, unless yes, do I actually, yeah, I need to, okay, doesn't matter. So one more test. So okay, this is good, but I'm wondering, it's not exactly what I've been looking for. Yeah, just yeah, something is wrong with the event parse in there. So let's drop back to the event part. I want to print the event and continue. Okay. Okay, so this should be can I actually hold on a sec? Yes, my brain is lagging now for some reason. Okay, so we got the first string. So this one should be split into should get splitted. And this should be 0. Okay. Okay, now we have move, click, right click, mouse up, mouse down. So far so good. The next thing I want to check there out is offset X and offset Y. Back again, offset X, offset Y. Let's go. What? I didn't misclick anything. Oh, not the data 3. Not like this. Not data 3. So this should be this should be like this. It goes for a little bit of a duplication. So let's say, let's call this one, let's call it actually a message. Then here we'll have a message as well. Then here data. Would be like this, and here this is going to be data 0, here data 0, and here is not the data 1 but message 1. Yes. Okay, just I'm extremely sorry for doing all this, but this process, this debugging process is extremely important because this is like 99% of your development. Okay, name data is not defined. 32. This should be message. Okay. Name offset X still okay. So before going here, or maybe even better, like so let's print the event. So yeah, let's start from very scratch. So message is what we have, like the datagram we're getting there. So both data and the IP and port. Okay. Also, I'm wondering if we still can print the IP and port. IP port. If we don't, then yes, but we do, which is good. So this is good. This is good. So here, now let's go for event and then the data. Okay, so data is all this 3. So the length of data, right? And here event, and now offset y and offset x should be on the cards already. Oh yeah, so we got it. Okay, great. And now let's enable back all this stuff. So this was actually correct. I don't need this. This was fine as well. And here finally bring the event. Okay, so I hold my breath and hopefully going for a final test. So I move and it moves. And it moves much with less lags because we no longer go for this multiple kind of like datagram sending. So while got rid of that bug is actually much better. Okay, then click now works nicely and all of the time, so I can click. Now let's go for a right click. So right click works instantly also, good. And now mouse down, I select, mouse up, I released, and this works. Oh man, can you believe this? So let's inspect this again. So mouse down, mouse up, mouse down, mouse up. So mouse down, move, selecting something, then mouse up. So no longer selecting anything. Right click, we got it, and we got the movements. And if we try to go offboard, it also doesn't result in the error. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry for such an exhausting video on debugging this sort of a thing, but really, I really want you to see how the actual development process is actually working, because that's something you'll be encountering like 99% of the cases. So that's the most common thing that actually happens. You're just making a stupid mistake. You're blundering that. You don't see that, and then you're just going crazy like, why the heck that stops working? Why the heck that doesn't work as expected? And then you come down, divide and conquer, start testing the single little pieces of the code until you find this horrible stupid mistake there, and then you fix it. Then you may to alter the code a little bit to make sure it works properly, and then finally works. So the very last thing left here for the next video, and hopefully the last one in this series, is to mimic the key presses, so that we're going to be using the virtual keyboard on a touch device to mimic the key presses on a target PC or a laptop. That's going to be the topic of the next video. As for this one, this is it from my side, so thanks for watching. Until the next time, and take care.